So our focus in this second part of the program is still on the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System that was recently launched in Ghana and the opportunities for Nigeria. But this time, we'll focus on the banking sector, specifically the banking stocks now. Well, according to the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, the platform will enhance cross-border transactions across Africa. And banks are the real winners here as a means of transactions, if you prefer to put it that way. So let's make sense of this now. Mr. Ambrose Omordion, he's the Chief Research Officer, Investigative Consulting Limited. He joins us live here in the studio. Thank you for coming once again. Yep. So let me ask you, what does this mean for the Nigerian banking sector? Let's start from there, and before we talk about the equities market, the likely impact on the stocks of the banking index.
Anywhere in the world, that the banking sector is an engine room of any economy. And if you are going to do trade, there must be settlement. And that settlement is payment. And that payment has to do through the banks. And now that we're having this Africa free zone trade, it's a boost for Africans. Before now, if you want to settle a trade in Ghana, you have to pass through London. But now, no, I think this, I see Africa we're moving. I would say that. And also, I still kudos to our CBN governor for chairing that, that committee that bring this thing on board. It tells you that if I'm in Nigeria now, I can pay somebody in Ghana city without even changing. I just pay Naira, he gets to the other city without any stress. That's the moment that means we have gone to that level that yes, because my friend will tell me that if you are trading and there's no cash in your hand, you can't plan for the next trade. That means with this system, I will now say trade with payment. Now bring the payment set to that. As I'm trading, I'm having money to plan for that. This will boost activities in nearly all the Africa zone that are involved in this. For me, it's for us in Nigeria here to go look inside or look inward to know if we are going to develop our manufacturing sector. But the banks will be a net beneficiary from all this platform, because when it comes to either e-commerce, e-transaction, it is. Remember when there was lockdown, during the COVID-19. We are still doing a transaction. Banks, we are still posting positive number because people are still transacting online. Whether there is lockdown, tells that with this now, another stream of income has been opened for the banks in Nigeria, on Africa as a whole, because all of them want to plug into this payment platform, and that will ease payment. And for me, it was going to boost trade in the system, because for us as a nation, Nigeria, for us to say now we have already part of setting our transaction. It will now give us already to go into production. That means we can, if government will really come up and encourage the entrepreneur, this is the time they should do, or this is the different company, because if you are producing and you are meeting international standard or the standard set, you cannot export to, that will bring more money for them, because you really want to expand your market. Every business wants to expand their market. For me, this is a good thing for the banks and for the economy at large. But for me, I believe that there are some banks in Nigeria that benefit immediately as these things are being launched. Especially if you look the world of ETI. ETI says, it's like a bank across any Africa country, or about almost 52 countries that ETI can plug the system, because that's where they have branches. Then UBA is also in that direction. Then Access Bank is moving toward that direction. I tell you that our banks in Nigeria already know that yes, the only way to expand their source of income is also to be involved in this trade business, and that's going to boost their bottom line at the end of the day. Because I tell you, anything you are doing is cheaper for you, and also you bring money with ease. Because when you are doing transacting, you are earning your transaction cost, everything there. For me, it's a very good platform. But for me, I would say investors in Nigeria should look the way of ETI. Yes, ETI have not paid dividend for the past 6 years, but with this payment platform, I tell you, they are the one, even the main pioneer of this idea, because they have branches all over Africa, and then for them to settle trade, it's easy. Just with that. That means we expect a better number to come from ETI. That means if you are an investor, you are thinking long term, look away from the dividend that have not paid for past 6 years. Now you are seeing volume, because technically ETI is looking good. I see that for me, it's a good time to start positioning ETI if you're a trader or investor, because with time, we see that all this happening to develop Africa, especially in the area of trade, because the ETI have been in that trade circle for a long time. They have the experience. For me, that would be a plus for ETI. Then GTM, UBA, and access for other banks to start. For me, investors should also add this into their horizon, because when we are thinking, you need to know which area am I having any fundamental information that will impact my set of where I'm playing, or interest when I'm playing. This is one of the fundamental information that will also change the bottom line of those banking sectors. And also, if the economy is recovering, the bank will benefit from it. If government is disposing money, bank will benefit from it. For me, banking sector is always there for you to make money. That's why they are most consistent sector that pay dividend, because they make money with any source of their transaction.
Well, I'm afraid we may not be able to spend, much time. We may not be able even to go into the stock market game because I'm aware time is against us. But before I let you go, when you come, of course, you'll be here on Friday and we'll do that of to chart the market on Friday. But just before I let you go, I want you to tell us the banking sector gained about 0.98% as at the close of market yesterday. That's a good sign that the banking sector is liquid. But the question I want to ask, with respect to attracting inflow into the banking stock, I mean, how do you think the banks can leverage on this payment platform to attract more funds or to make that index liquid?
No, actually, every improvement in the economy is going to, impact the bottom line of the bank. I said earlier that the bank is the engine of any economy. That means even our telecom sector is waxing strong, bank will benefit from it. Even as our trade is improving, even in Africa, we're going to benefit. Even for government disposing money for infrastructure, bank will benefit. But bank is safe because that is where all things pass through. But the good thing is that in Nigeria, we are seeing back that, yes, that is where traders can trade volume. That is where they are more consistent in dividend payment. That is why I see activities in the banks are always big. That is why when the banks are moving, people will wonder. Because in banks, you see that a bank has about 28 billion ordinary share, 34 billion ordinary share. That means you can trade such volume of share easily. For another company that has just 1 billion, the share there is very small. Then you can't do more trade. That is why people look at the bank. Even the pension administrators, foreign investors, you look at the bank because the bank is well regulated. That is why you see a lot of activities in the bank. For me, the bank is place to go. If you are thinking for dividend, and also if you want to trade in and out, because that is where you see the volume to trade. And also, if you look at what happened in the market yesterday, it was more of buying sentiment than selling sentiment. Yesterday was about 97% buy sentiment, just 3% sell sentiment. And for me, I tell you that people are already positioned ahead of what the earnings are kicking off in a moment from now. And I believe that from today, we start seeing unaudited accounts from many quoted companies, and then entering to the month of February, we start seeing those that will come with corporate action. For me, the market is good. There's no cause for alarm. Also, there's a little change of trend yesterday. After 3 days pullback, we saw that the market yesterday was a bit out. That bit tells that people are looking at some indices and also some stock that's guiding them. For me, it says that the market is still strong. Also, all of them are trading above 20 days moving average, 50 days moving average, and 7 days moving average. It tells that the market is still quality.